What's up everyone and welcome to the club. Today we're creating a sketch illustration of a leopard. Welcome everyone and thanks for joining me today. For this lesson we'll need a sketch pad and a pencil, and I'm going to be drawing with this 2B styler pencil, but you're welcome to use whatever you'd like. We're going to begin with a basic shape and start layering on the details as we go. So let's start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. Starting from the very top in the middle, just going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom using these short lines. Let's move back to the center of the page, draw another line going across from left to right. Now I'm going to be using these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page. So from that center point, let's move up right about here with the top of our circle. Then we're going to measure this distance from the center down towards the bottom. So right about here, we'll do the same thing. And we'll repeat that across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center over towards the left and then the right side. And then we'll connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create a circle. So we'll start with the top left. And the circle doesn't have to be perfect. We're just using this as a guide. So we can just go back and just smooth this out as best we can. Now that we have our circle and guidelines in place, let's start blocking out the basic shape of the head. Let's start all the way over on the left side of our circle. We're just going to angle the brow, going up and then out. Angle this up and then in toward the top of our circle. Now we're going to go all the way over towards the back. We're just going to angle the neck, going down and then out. Let's go all the way back over towards the brow. I'm just going to draw a straight angled line going across the bridge of the nose to right about here. Angle this down across the front. I'm just going to pull this up and over towards the center of our circle. Let's move halfway across this line and draw a curve for the bottom of the muzzle. Then from the right side, we're going to step over, angle this down across the mouth towards that center line, towards the bottom. Go straight across towards the left. Now let's close out the bottom with a curve, almost like a half circle. Let's go to the right side of the chin. I'm just going to curve this up and then over towards the bottom right of our circle. From here, draw a straight line coming down across the front of the body. Now let's go back and draw the back side of the mouth. We're going to step in, draw that same angled line coming across and then down. And we're going to add two large fangs. Up here, curve this up, come down and then in. I'm just going to duplicate that, stepping over, going up, and then down towards the bottom. Just going to round out the right side. Now we're going to go over towards the nose. We're going to draw a straight line going across the top of the nose, curve this across, and then down. Now let's go to this point. We're going to draw that same angle going up towards the eye. To right about there. We're going to extend this up a little bit higher to match this point on the brow. Draw a straight line going all the way across towards the center line. Now from this point, let's draw a half circle for the eye coming down and up. Let's move up, draw a small half circle for the pupil. I'm just going to darken that up. From the bottom of that half circle, I'm going to go across and then down. Let's lightly shade in that front of the eye. Now we're going to move in towards this area and draw on the ear. Let's start with a curve across the base of the ear, right about here. Go to the left side, angle this up and back, come straight down towards the right side. Now the left ear is going to be tucked in behind the head. So we're going to go up, angle this down and then in. Now that we have our basic sketch in place, we're going to go back and erase some of these guidelines. Now that we cleaned up our drawing, we're going to go back in and start adding a second level of detail. Let's start with the eyes. We'll start by modifying the shape, coming in and then down to create a fold. Bend the inside coming in towards the eye, and then up along the outside. And I just want to darken out that inside area. We're just going to rough that in. Draw the top of the eyelid. And lightly shade the area around the pupil. And we can also add some spots as we go. So I'm going to add a spot in behind the eye. A couple across the bottom. Now it's going to work our way across towards the outside. Just going to round this out, coming in towards the muzzle, Add a little bit of fur along the outside of the brow, and then working our way across towards the top of the head. Add a little bit of fur texture. And just bending the nose coming down towards the end. Add a little bit more shape to the nose. I'm going to add that dark spot on the right side of the nose. Across the nostril. It'll just darken up the inside. Just going to rough this in. Adding a couple more spots. Just add a little bit of fur across the bottom. And then again, just adding some shape to the mouth. Just going to darken up the corner of the mouth and then come down along the side. And just adding some more spots. Also, those spots going across the muscle from the front, just working our way across towards the back, and then just fading those out. And you can merge some of these spots together. Working our way down towards the bottom of the mouth. Bend this up. Just adding some fur across the chin. I'm going to go back and just enhance the brow. A couple lines and folds. Also adding some more spots. We can always come back and just smooth out these spots later. Just going to locate them first. Just going to add a curve across the inside of the mouth with the tongue. And just modify the shape of the mouth in the back. Now I'm going to go and just darken up the back side of the mouth. Going around the tongue. Now let's add the tip of two fangs underneath the muzzle. Now I'm going to add a big striped spot across the jawline. Coming around, then up. It's going to darken up the inside. Adding some thickness, coming back in towards the jaw. Let's carry that spot across the front of the neck. And now right here, I'm just going to add a little bit of fur coming down across the front of the body. I'm just going to work our way down and then fade that out. Just going to build up that muscle around the back of the head and neck. Also adding a little bit of fur. So these little short lines going across. So we're just sweeping the fur across the back over towards the right. I'm just going to add some more detail and shape to the ears, just rounding out the tip. Down towards the base. Just going to darken up the base. And just add that fold inside. Up in the back of the ear, we're going to add that stripe. Coming down. Now we're going to start layering on some more contrast to our drawing. Starting back of the eye. Now we're going to merge into a stripe coming down. Add a big spot across the side of the mouth. Just working our way down across the jaw. Let's add one big stripe, spot across the back of the neck. As you can see, I'm just blocking this in. Just going to fade that down. A few more spots across the body. I'm just going to go back and roughly fill in these areas with more spots. And now we're going to go back and clean up our drawing one final time before we add some more detail and shading. Now we can use the side edge of our pencil to add a little bit of shadow. And we're going to push the jawline in. So just going to darken this up and then fade that down. Also from the bottom, darkening that up and fading that up. Going around the jawline. Adding a little bit of shadow to the bottom of the teeth. Now I want to go back and just smooth out our spots. Just blending these out. Now I'm just going to go in and start refining the fur texture, starting with the perimeter of the head, just adding those little points going across. Also adding some fur inside the ears. So starting with the dark areas and just pulling this in towards the lighter areas. Now as we get closer to the end of our drawing, I'm just going to tighten up our shadows and detail, and always be sure to send out artwork. And that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of a leopard. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you do, please be sure to subscribe for more videos each week where I'll show you how to draw different animals just like this. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon.